If you don't know much about Charlie Munger, you're really missing out. So in tribute to Warren Buffett's silent partner, let me review 10 of my favorite life and money lessons from Charlie Munger. The number 1 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Take simplicity seriously. Take a simple idea and take it seriously. One of Charlie Munger's main investment strategies was this: buy wonderful businesses at fair prices. It sounds pretty obvious when you hear it. However, it's hard to follow as not many have been very successful at replicating the Berkshire Hathaway model. The financial industry loves to overcomplicate money, thus shunning anything that seems simple as ineffective. They say money is complex. Investing is complex. Thus, you need our intricate, over-engineered solutions if you want to make money in the market. Well, Charlie says forget all that. To make money in the market is simple. Buy good, ethical businesses and wait. Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, as part of their strategies for Berkshire Hathaway, have purchased meaningful stakes in public companies such as the Washington Post, Coca-Cola, Gillette, and American Express. Additionally, they purchased private companies like See's Candy and Geico. And for the most part, they've held their major investments for the long term. In fact, they still own most of the businesses they invested in or acquired. While we may not all have Charlie's acumen and knowledge in picking wonderful businesses, we can still follow this principle of simplicity in our investing journey. The simple idea of buying a broad market, low-cost index fund and holding it for as long as possible. Simplicity has a way of improving performance by enabling us to better understand what we're doing. Number 2 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Get a little wiser every day. Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. It's not a secret that Charlie Munger was a voracious reader. According to his household manager, every evening, Charlie would read himself to sleep with a book on science or history, sometimes late into the night. If he's obsessed with the book, it's like when a dog is chewing on a bone and devouring it. He can read a book in 2 days. He was estimated to have read 500 pages per day, and as long as he had a book at hand, he didn't feel like his time was wasted. Many of the world's problems and issues have already been figured out by other smart people that have come before us, and they have kindly left their solutions and even their thought process in well-organized books, articles, and even YouTube videos like this. Only thing we have to do is have the motivation and the willingness to take it. So make it a goal to go to bed every night a little wiser than when you got up. I constantly see people rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than they were when they got up, and boy, does that help, particularly when you have a long run ahead of you. In the spirit of getting a little wiser every day, I highly recommend you check out Shortform. Shortform is a platform that produces super high quality guides to nonfiction books. They have thousands of books within multiple categories like money and finance, self-improvement, and business. Their guides not only cover all the book's key ideas, but add commentary as well as detailed analysis. Shortform is also constantly expanding their library by dropping new book guides and articles every week, and subscribers like you and I even get to vote on which books they should cover next. Whether you want to discover new books or want to get deeper insights about some of your favorite books, if you want to get serious about getting a little wiser every day, Shortform is the perfect companion. Join through my special link today and get a free trial of unlimited access to Shortform, plus an additional 20% discount on the annual subscription. It's not only a great way to expand your knowledge, but a great way to support this channel as well when you use my link below. Hopefully a win-win for all of us. Alright, with that said, let's get back to the video. Number 3 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Work for and with the right people. You particularly want to avoid working directly under somebody you don't admire and don't want to be like. It's dangerous. Charlie shares a story of how a Harvard Law Review trained general counsel of Salomon Brothers lost his career there because he didn't follow this rule. The CEO was told that a subordinate had done something wrong. The general counsel recommended they should report this even if they didn't have any legal duty. The CEO didn't think it was necessary and decided to put it off. In due course, when the regulators found out the mistake, the CEO went down. And do you know who else went down with him? The general counsel. The general counsel had good intentions by providing sound recommendation to the CEO. However, that wasn't enough. Just the fact that he was associated with the CEO led to his own downfall as well. When you're interviewing for jobs, ask yourself the question, can I learn from this manager? Is this someone I respect? Is this someone I want to be like in the next 3 to 5 years? If not, move on until you can find someone like that. The company may be looking to hire a new team member, but you are looking to hire your next mentor. Before we go to the next lesson, a quick reminder that I created a free one-page companion PDF guide to go along with this video. 10 life and money lessons from Charlie Munger. Pretty much everything I'm covering in this video in a simple to digest, one-page format for all you nerds out there. I know how much some of you guys like to see things visually on top of hearing them. So if you like a free copy of this PDF, please go to the link I'll have in the description below. The number 4 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Collect mental models. Most people are trained in one model, economics for example, and try to solve problems in one way. You know the old saying, to the man with the hammer, everything looks like a nail. This is a dumb way of handling problems. You need a different checklist and different mental models for different companies. Mental models are essentially frameworks we can use to simplify our highly complex world and convert it to something much more manageable and understandable. For example, take a look at the mental model of inversion, basically thinking backwards, turning the subject matter into reverse. And let's apply it to the question of eating healthy. How can I eat healthier? Well, this is a pretty hard question to tackle. However, what if we were to apply the mental model of inversion to it? Instead of asking what I should eat, ask what I shouldn't eat. This one feels easier to tackle. Obvious ones being processed, high sugar foods. By applying the mental model of inversion, we're able to make headway with our problem. So Charlie recommends we should collect mental models and to collect it from all disciplines because we live in a multi-dimensional world. Understand the mental model of leverage from physics, adaptation from biology, distribution from statistics, arbitrage from economics. The more we can understand and add to our tool belt, the better we'll be able to navigate our complex world and make good decisions. I paid no attention to the territorial boundaries of academic disciplines, and I just grabbed all the big ideas that I could. Number 5 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Always strive for a win-win solution. When you borrow a man's car, always return it with a tank of gas. In 1997, Berkshire Hathaway acquired Dairy Queen for $585 million in cash and stocks. Dairy Queen is a fast food brand best known for its many frozen dairy products, most notably Blizzard. Now, did Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger purchase Dairy Queen because they love frozen ice cream? A part, yes. However, being the savvy businessmen that they were, they bought Dairy Queen because they saw the acquisition as a win-win solution for everyone. When Berkshire Hathaway purchased Dairy Queen, it effectively removed it from the stock market, which enabled its management to focus on the long run without worrying about hitting Wall Street's short-term forecasts each quarter. This allowed the leadership to focus on the big picture, taking care of its customers, continuously innovating new products, and making Dairy Queen a great place to work. And when Dairy Queen does well and make a good profit, so does Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. A win-win for Dairy Queen customers, the Dairy Queen management, and the Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. Bottom line, you getting the best deal doesn't always need to result in someone else losing. Strive for a win-win solution where everyone can win. Number 6 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Help others know more. The best thing a human being can do is to help another human being know more. Charlie Munger was 99 years old when he passed away, yet he was just as busy as ever up to his death. Besides being Warren Buffett's right-hand man, he was a chairman of Daily Journal, a director at Costco, an active investor in multiple Chinese companies, and a partner in one of Southern California's biggest apartment developers. He did this, of course, in large part because of his curiosity. However, he did this also because he wanted to be useful to other human beings. Charlie Munger was commonly seen meeting with CEOs, entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, scientists, and even government officials because he wanted to share his experience and expertise. He genuinely wanted to help others know more. And I wholeheartedly agree with this mantra as well. One of the biggest reasons why I started writing online and why I'm creating these YouTube videos today. I made a lot of dumb mistakes in my life. Many dumb mistakes I've shared on this channel, and a few others I'm still too embarrassed to share. And I'm hoping that these stories that I share can help others know a bit more so they don't make the same mistakes that I did. Number 7 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Know your circle of competence. Confucius said that real knowledge is knowing the extent of one's ignorance. Knowing what you don't know is more useful than being brilliant. Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett had what they call the too hard pile, a mental dustbin into which they threw away every investment idea they felt they could understand. They knew better than anyone what they knew and what they didn't know. Charlie only selected companies that were within his circle of competence. Thus, while Berkshire Hathaway does own a large share of Apple, it doesn't hold a lot of other tech companies. Charlie Munger has stated publicly that he and Warren doesn't feel like they have any great advantage in the high-tech sector. In fact, he feels they're at a big disadvantage in trying to understand the nature of technical developments in software or computer chips. Thus, they have avoided them based on their understanding of their circle of competence. We all have our circle of competence, an area where we have specialized knowledge gained through experience or education, or both. The key is not recognizing what our circle of competence is, rather what is outside of it. It may be easy to think that at times, just because we're good at this one thing, we're good at other similar things as well. I know how to run really fast, so I'm sure I'll be pretty good at soccer. It seems like it's mostly a stamina sport. Yes, stamina is important in playing soccer. However, to think our competence in running will help us dominate in soccer is short-sighted, if not foolish. It's remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid, instead of trying to be very intelligent. Number 8 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Be wary of the financial industry. Charlie Munger has never been known to mince words, but is especially colorful when it comes to describing the financial industry. He's been known to call stock brokerages that encourage risky investing as gambling parlors. Investment managers as nothing more than fortune tellers or astrologers who are dragging money out of their clients' accounts, and compare meme stock traders to heroin addicts, and most recently, Bitcoin to rat poison. I think the people who are professional traders that go into trading cryptocurrencies is just disgusting. It's like somebody else is trading turds and you decide, I can't be left out. Regardless whether you agree with Charlie on some of his colorful statements or not, the truth is that there are a lot of misaligned incentives within the financial industry. Most investment or insurance products sold by many so-called financial professionals are often paid a hefty commission when they can encourage enough people to buy them. Thus, the salesperson will highlight the product's benefit while downplaying the costs and downsides. If you watch any of my other videos, this will come as nothing new. But it's nice to hear that someone like Charlie Munger shares some of our views. Many financial products sold by the financial industry do have a place in time. However, be extra careful because most of them aren't there for your benefit. The number 9 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. Big money is in the waiting. The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting. This essentially means patience for us simple-minded individuals. Another one of Charlie's investment principles, on top of buying wonderful businesses at fair prices, is to recognize that big money really comes from waiting, not buying and selling. We often equate high activity with high IQ. If you're a smart investor, you're constantly moving money from this and that opportunity so you can eke out the maximum returns possible. Look, crude oil is making a killing. Let's move some money there. AI companies are the new hot thing now. Time to siphon off some capital to take a piece of that profit. Oh look, telecommunication is really taking off in Asia. 22% allocation there. And we think that an investor doing all these fancy market moves would likely be a great candidate for big money at the end of the year. However, the truth is a lot more sobering. Oftentimes, a boring investor who buys good companies and hold them for a long period of time blows many of these fancy investors right out of the water. These people with super high IQs are actually terrible investors because they don't know how to wait patiently. They have terrible temperaments and equate activity with performance. Whereas in the investing world, the opposite is true. So when it comes to investing, understand that big money is in the waiting, not in constantly buying and selling. If you have a personality of delaying gratification and you can cultivate this talent, you're already on the road to success and happiness. The number 10 favorite life and money lesson from Charlie Munger. The key to happiness is low expectations. Charlie was known to seem happy and content with life, all the way up to his death. When asked what was the secret to living a happy life, this is how he responded. The first rule of a happy life is low expectations. If you have unrealistic expectations, you're going to be miserable your whole life. You want to have reasonable expectations and take life's results, good and bad, as they happen with a certain amount of stoicism. Essentially, if we hold unrealistic expectations, it will naturally lead to a perpetual misery because we're constantly subjecting ourselves to constant disappointment and dissatisfaction. It's not to say that we shouldn't have big goals. Just make sure that you're okay when you don't reach them. Don't let your whole sense of self-worth and identity be tied to reaching that one specific goal. At times, it's okay to lower the bar a bit and be satisfied. In a way, that is a better strategy to give you a better chance in reaching that original goal. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in learning more about Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, please check out my video here on Berkshire Hathaway, where I delve deeper into the company's specific investing lessons. Until next time, all the best.